Hi everyone, it's been a while, hasn't it? Yeah, I think it's about 4 years. I'm back to school and I'm teaching maths, so I'm very happy with that. This video I'm going to dedicate it to all the year 12 students right now. They probably have trial coming up, and then of course HSC. Now with a trial, it depends on the schools you are in. I think it's about 2 weeks will be the closest one that they might have, that trial, and then some of them will have a bit later. So if you still have no idea what you need to do or how you're going to study for, this is the video for you guys. I've seen a lot of students done really well with their time management, and also a lot of students didn't do very well with their time management. I think you have to find your style. That's very important. You can't just copy someone else's. I mean, you can get some ideas and how you're going to do it, but some people are very, alert and focused in the morning. Some people are at night time, so you can't really copy exactly what other people do. You just have to find your vibe, you know what I mean? I suppose this video is not just for the trial and a HSC. Any students who are preparing for the exam or test, I think it might be helpful too. So first, I think it's very important to focus on your weak topics. I'm just going to talk about mathematics. I'm not talking about other subjects. So about 70%, 7-to-3 ratio. 7 will be the focusing on the weak areas, and then 3 will be the one that you're still very confident and good at. You can't really just keep working on the one that you're not good at, okay? So you've got to do both. Another thing will be, you don't just study math all day for just day 1 and day 2 just biology, or day 3 physics or something like that, and then you don't look at the maths for another week. That's not a very good study plan. So you need to mix it up nicely balanced. Yes, key is the balance. So ideally you can cover all 5 subjects in each day, little bit by bit. I think that would be good. And also don't forget to have a break. When you do your, say for example, weak topics, don't just do one topic that you are stuck on. I think it's good to mix it up. So mixed question types, like a real HSC or trial question. Those exam questions are not going to be just one topic at a time. They're all going to be jumbled up and mixed up. So you need to train that yourself as well. And also, important thing is past papers. If you can just grab any past papers, I mean HSC, if you go to the NASA website, you will get the I think last 5 past papers and some solutions, and Google it. I mean, there's a lot of good solutions out there. You can have a look, and don't do the questions if there's no solutions. You're wasting your time with that. And there's a lot of other link that has past papers and solutions from other schools. So that will be good. And don't forget to watch my videos as well. And another thing is, when you do the past papers, use a highlighter and circle the ones that you couldn't do and you had to look at the solutions. And then even though you didn't know and you had to look at the solutions, look at them. It's nothing wrong with that. Look at it and learn it. And so you're actually learning as you go. So you learn and then you close it and just do it again as if it was your first time doing it. So that's just mastering the question. Okay, so that's very important. You go through the questions or paper and circle the ones that you had to look at the solutions, and then learn it thoroughly and redo it. And after you've done it all, you do the whole paper again. I think it's important right now. It's not about how many questions you're doing. It's how well you understand each question to move on. I mean, students on the top level, it's all about how many questions they do, because they don't have to look at the solution. They just keep going. And then they just have to familiarize with each questions and the patterns. But if you're average or below average or just above average, your focus is on accuracy. How well you understand each question is more important right now. And then you pass that period, you will get to that stage of just keep doing the question after question after question. And that would be amazing, wouldn't it? And that's the actually final stage. You're on the very, very hard time, challenging time, which is every question will be just have to put the brake on, because you've probably forgotten some of the formulas and concepts. You just have to keep stopping and have to look at the solutions. That's okay. You have to go through this stage to go through the smooth traveling. So it's okay to do that, but make sure you understand and make a little notes. You have a little book, and then keep writing the formulas and your understanding. What was the one that you just learned about? Just keep making notes. Write a topic, and if you write it like a reference, which textbook you use, which paper was it, what question it was, that sort of thing. So if you can do that, that would be really, really helpful. Another thing, when you come to that, like after you're going through that, and then you'll feel a bit more confident, you time yourself. I think that's very important. A lot of students, they prepare really well, and then they just bombed out in the exam situation because they get so nervous, and then this time management is not very good. So what you need to do is that you have to train yourself. So roughly 1.5 minutes for 1 mark in HSC. So you could time yourself and then do the questions. So always check the marks in the exam. So, some of you always get like, oh, that question seems too easy. There must be something wrong with that. And then they started to make their own questions and then go deeper, which is unnecessary, because if that question was just only 2 marks or 1 mark, you don't have to spend that much time on it. So when you see the question, check the marks indicated, and then if it's 1 mark and if it's really tricky, sometimes it can be, because multiple choice questions are one of those things that can be like 2-3 steps but only 1 mark. But look at it and go, okay, it's only 1 mark. I'm not going to spend too much time, and I'm not 100% sure about the answer. Just circle it, come back to it. Do not spend too much time on questions that it's going to take a really long time. And do the questions that you know you're going to get the marks for. So do all the easy questions first, and then tackle the harder ones. That way you are securing all the marks first, because if you're tackling on the harder ones first, there's no guarantee you're going to get the full marks for it, and second, there's no guarantee you're going to finish that question. So it's a bit about your gambling. You don't want to gamble with your test. So what you need to do is make sure you go through all the questions that you know how to do first, and then circle the ones that you're not really sure, and then go back to it and finish it off. So I think that's very important. So first, focus on the weak area, 7-3 ratio. And then second, don't just cramming in a one day, 5 hours in maths. I mean, that would be great, but you don't have much time now. So you really need to look after all other subjects as well. HSC is not just about maths, it's about all other subjects, especially English, because English is the only subject is compulsory. And then third, mix up the questions. So you don't just do one topic at a time. You mixed up and train yourself to recognizing all these different types of questions and topics. And then number 4 is use your past papers and solutions wisely. Number 5, it's learn thoroughly through your mistakes. So, and then redo your questions and the test papers, okay, as if you're doing it for the first time after fully understanding them. And then finally, practice under the real exam conditions. I think that's very important. So keep going and you can do amazing things. You still have time. You got trial and the HSC. So don't give up and keep going. Consistency is the key. It's not about how smart you are, and that helps a little bit, but more importantly, if you're consistently working every day and variety, not just one subject, all of them, look after them, okay? And most importantly, look after your health, okay? So all these successful enjoyments cannot be achieved if you're not well physically, okay? So look after yourself, and hopefully I can see you a bit more regularly, okay? I'm planning to do this a bit regularly, okay? See you, bye.